Welcome to Pouches and More, and today we'll be preparing this cosmetic pouch. This is how it looks. It's got enough space to hold the longer bottles. It's completely lined from inside. There are no raw edges. This is how it looks from inside. We have also quilted it. So this is how it looks from the side also. It's simple to make. So let's check out the materials required to make this cosmetic pouch. We require 2 pieces of main fabric, that is the side fabric, and this measures 16 inches by 3 and 3/4 inches. 1 piece of center fabric 16 inches by 3 inches. 1 piece of lining fused with interfacing measuring 16 inches by 9.5 inches. A 20-inch long zip. Bias binding strip measuring 40 inches by 2 inches. A fusible interfacing measuring 16 inches by 9.5 inches. Also quilting material measuring 16 inches by 9.5 inches. So these are all the materials required to make this pouch. So first thing that we will be doing is joining the side fabrics. So for that we will put the side fabrics right side down, that is right sides together with the middle fabric, and make a simple straight stitch. We will be doing this for the other side of the middle fabric also. So we will put the right side facing down of the side fabric. So here the right sides will be together and we will be making a straight stitch on both the sides. So our main body is ready. Now the seams we will be pushing it to the outer side and we will make a top stitch on both these stitches. So it's a simple straight stitch, seams outside. Now we finished doing the top stitch, so our main fabric body is ready. Now we are going to fuse it with the interfacing, fusible interfacing, so that we are going to iron this. So this is done, we have already fused it. Now we will take the lining fabric and the quilting material. Lining fabric right side will be facing down. We will place the quilting material on the lining fabric and we will place the main fabric right side facing up. So the quilting is sandwiched in between. Main fabric right side facing up, quilting, and lining fabric right side facing down. We are going to quilt this. The distance between each stitch mark will be according to how much we want. So our quilting is done, sorry. The next thing that we will have to do is we will prepare a pattern. We have taken a paper 9.5 by 8 inches. From both these sides, that is the bottom, we are going to make a boxing of 1.5 inches. Now this base is also on fold. So we are making on fold, we are making this 1.5 inch boxing. Now on the top part, we will have a marking of 2 inches from both the sides. So this is a 2 inch marking from this side, as well from the other side we are going to make a 2 inch marking. We are going to join this 2 inch marking to the box that we did, to the 1.5 inch boxing that we just did, and we will be doing this on both the sides. So this is how we get the shape of the pouch. Now once this is done, with any circular object, we are just going to curve the top part. We don't want it to be straight, so just going to curve it slightly. We are going to attach the circumference of the circle to both the side lines and we are just going to curve this part. So we are going to cut this entire paper. This is on fold. We are going to cut this entire. This is our pattern. So we cut the paper. Now the same thing will be cutting it on this fabric. So we are going to fold it, and the fold part we are going to place it in the base like this, and we are going to cut the entire pattern. So our pattern is done. Now we are just going to make a stitch all around over here. We have stitched the entire thing with a simple stitch, and now we are going to put the bias binding. So from this corner we will start putting the bias binding. Wrong side of the bias binding is on top, so the right side will be together. We'll do this for the other side also. We'll continue the bias binding on the other side also in the same way. So I've clipped the entire thing. We're going to stitch it. The corner we need to be a bit slow while stitching, and carefully we'll be doing the curved part. So we are finished doing the stitching the bias. Now we need to turn it on the other side, and we can iron this part. I'm not going to iron it. I'm just going to hand press the entire thing like this. Turn the bias binding on the other side and just hand press it, so we have a neat finish on the right side. Now this is done. We are going to turn it to the wrong side and make a double fold to complete the bias binding. We'll be doing this for the entire edge. So we have clipped the entire thing, and this is how it will be looking. Now we need to make a stitch right over here. That is exactly where both the fabrics are meeting. We'll be making a stitch so that it's not so visible. So I finished stitching. Now we're just going to cut the extra fabric on both the sides. Now we need to attach the zip, so we'll place it like this. The zipper tape will be under the binding, so that when we stitch it from the top, we'll again stitch on the stitch that we did. So we need to place the zip like this. So we'll again stitch on the same mark. So finish stitching it on one side, and from the wrong side it will be looking like this. The binding will not be visible due to the zipper tape that we just stitched. Now for the other side, first we are going to make a marking on the other side of the zipper tape. So here we have made a marking. Now we'll align it in this way. The other side we are going to align it like this. Align it with the mark. Now we'll open the zip. so that we can clip the entire thing. On both the ends of the zip we are going to put a clip so that they don't open completely. Now we will stitch this also. So we have attached the zip on both the sides. Now we will turn it to the lining side, as we need to complete it. So we are going to turn it. Now here there is an opening on the side, we need to close this. So first we are just going to pull the slider inside and we are going to flatten this side. We will see that the zipper teeth is in the center and we will clip this side. We need to make a stitch over here and we also need to cut the extra zip. We will do the same thing for the other side. Pull the slider inside, flatten the entire thing, clip it. And now we are going to make a stitch and cut the extra zip. So this is how it will be looking. We have cut the extra zip also. Now we have got a raw edge, so for that we will just bind this. We have taken 2 strips of binding. This is 2 inches by 4 inches. We are going to place it like this and we need to make a stitch on this. So for as of now we are just going to clip it. We'll do that on the other side also. Place the bias binding strip and clip it. We need to make a stitch on this. So here is a simple straight stitch. Stitch is done. Flatten it, turn it to the other side. From the side we are going to make a fold first from the side. Then we are going to make a double fold. 1 fold and 2 fold. 1 fold and 2 fold, and we are going to clip this. We will do the same thing on the other side also. So first we are going to fold from the side and then make 2 folds, 1 fold and 2 fold. We will do the entire same thing for the other side also. Binding, we are going to complete it in the same way. First fold the side and then fold the bias banding twice. So there will be no raw edges. So here we are going to make a stitch. We will do the same thing for this side also. So we are going to make a stitch on both the sides. So this is how it looks. It's completely done. Now we'll have to turn it over to the right side. Once we turn it over, we'll just push the corners out neatly like this. So this is how the cosmetic pouch will be looking. It's simple to make. So please do try this. Thanks for watching. Bye.